Welcome back, Mohammed.
Hello everyone, how are we doing today? Today we are at Algarve International Circuit for the Shelby Cup from the Endurance Series. Today we'll be driving Shelby Cobra Coupe. This race doesn't have any quali because we'll be starting at P16 on the grid, but we'll be having a 10-minute practice, which is obviously not enough, but we'll be doing it anyway, and then we'll be going to the race. This version is the reverse version of the original Portuguese GP circuit, Portuguese International GP circuit. So we'll be going into Gap corner. First is our first corner, which is a fast sweeping left-hander, which is not ideal for overtaking. As you can see here, I don't know the exact braking point because I was driving for the first time on this track in this car. 10 minutes practice is obviously not enough, at least not enough for me, given it's a new track in a new car. So what I do usually is when there is 10 seconds or so time remaining in the practice session, after practicing for 10 minutes straight, I close the app and restart it again so that I get another 10 minutes of free practice. I do this for 3 to 4 times so that I get half an hour, 40 minutes of practice, free practice, and this is very necessary, especially for this track, because this track has a lot of elevation changes. Coming with it comes the blind entries of the corners, and the corners itself are a mixture of all the types of corners, the slow speed corners, the fast sweeping corners, and the medium speed corners also. So you need at least half an hour practice for this before the race. So I did around 40 minutes of practice because I'm not very good at this game, so I practice a lot, and you can see after this practice session in the race I drive a lot better. As we jump into the race, we are starting at P16, and I set the AI difficulty to veteran, which is the third from the start, third level of difficulty from the beginning. You can see here there's a lot of carnage. Turn 1, the Galp corner, I try to avoid the carnage, but the carnage seats us. This guy Daniel Marsh pushes us off track, but we try to rejoin, avoiding the carnage. Coming out of turn 3, I try to stay on the track, but the guy behind me, Aaron, pushes me wide at Quite Jones. I try to enter again, but he pushes me back at Portimao. See guys, this is how you re-enter the track cautiously without damaging any other car. I was respecting the race ethics, but these guys don't respect that. Sometimes you have to be maniacs to be racing amongst the maniacs. So from now on, you can see how I drive, so just to get around these guys. These guys don't allow you to overtake. I force my way through Ren and Daniel. We are on the back straight and leading up to Lagos. Here we can see they are on my back, literally on my back. They can push me at any time. We park it on the apex at Lagos and we make it around the corner pretty well, and we are on the last corner, but this is the first corner of the original GP circuit. Ideally you need a big braking zone as turn 1 at any track to promote overtaking, but on this track, as this is a reverse version, It's a fast sweeping left-hander, which is not good for racing, for overtaking. As we come into Sargas, we overtake one of the cars, Aaron Wesley, and we try to overtake the other car, but because both of them overtake us as we were on the outside and they had the inside line. I will, because of the outside line, my speed was compromised and they overtook me pretty easily. As we are coming through Craig Jones into the Samsung curve, I have a big tongue slapper and I end up in the gravel. As a result, I lose a position. I'm in P14 now. I could easily restart the race or rewind it, but we don't do it here. We deal with the consequences of our bad driving and we try to improve upon it. This guy, Aaron Wesley, loses his rear traction at turn 12 and we slam into the back of him. I tried to go for a move at turn 13, which was not possible without collision. As a result, I slam into his right door and take my position back. Yes, I agree, it was a very dirty move and I try not to do it again. I get a very bad exit out of Primera, the last corner, and as a result I lose a couple of tenths on the pit straight, catching up to Nathan McCain. For those of you who have watched the last video, Nathan won the last race, and for the last 10 minutes of the last race I was catching up to Nathan and trying to overtake him, but he was very quick and he won the race and we came third third in that race. Let's see how we do here in catching up to Nathan. I tried to stick it around the outside at turn 4 and I managed to keep my position of P13. As we are coming out of Portimao and into Craig Jones, I built up my next move, which is at Samsung hairpin, and I brake late and boom into P12. Park it on the apex and we are on the inside of Jose Hernandez for the next corner and we make it. We are into P11 going into turn 12. What do I see here? Mr. Jan Klein, our rival. We tap him a little, greeting him just to say, hey, we are in front of you. We are on the back straight going into Lagos. I try for a same outside move, but Mr. Jade Martin breaks even late. We try to cut back on him, but it didn't work, and we end up losing a lot of places. We are back into P14. Everyone is just tapping me here and there, and I'm losing time and my tires are getting worn. After a couple of laps, we are on the back straight after turn 12 trying to get back some positions, but we are not successful. At Lagos, we slam it up the inside of Jose Hernandez and park it on the apex and get back up P13. Coming out of the last corner, we are P13, half of the time gone, and we made up 3 positions. We were P16 and now we are P13. So on the overall we made up only 3 positions. We were P10 for some time temporarily, but we lost those positions and back into P13. Coming into Sargas, Mr. Jan Klein is involved in another incident. We end up speeding and we overtake him very easily, and we make up 1 position and we are into P12 now. Out of turn 4 into Portimao and onto the back of Ian Sullivan. After a couple of laps, I hear my race engineer say there's an incident ahead. I regret not listening to him and I end up in the grass. As a result, I lose more positions, more and more and more. I gain some positions, and because of my stupid mistake, I again lose it. So we are on P. We are in P14 now. No, P15. We end up in gravel coming out of the penultimate corner, and we are in P15, second from the last. That is not a good position. That is not a good position. We should be at least be trying to get back onto P10 now. We were at P10. We should be at P10, but we are in P15. But there is a silver lining to it. The Jan Klein is behind us, so that's a good thing. We are in front of our rival. That's good. So we finish in P15 in front of Jan Klein. Not a bad result, I would say, considering the AI difficulty and our skill. We are just still learning how to drive in this game. So that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to like, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell to get notified at every time I drop a new video. Let me know what you think of this video and my driving skill, if there's any, in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.